AI has made homework completely obsolete. But how? Are you telling me that the silly, sometimes stupid machine caused homework to be so redundant? Yes, and I think the answer as to how is actually quite simple. If students have an opportunity to exploit a system to cut the amount of time they need to spend on homework, they'll absolutely take it. But still, how exactly does this make homework useless? Well, as the vast majority of you who have used AI may know, you can use AI to get all the answers you need. And though AI does struggle with answering more complex questions, AI can easily answer math, science, history, or English homework questions, pretty much any of the main subject courses. But just in case you're still confused, let me give you an example of how AI can cheat intellectual growth in our students by skipping critical processes, even within standard homework assignments. Let's say a student is asked to do a classic research assignment, for example. Instead of students using critical thinking to find good comparative sources, read and use useful information, and use that information to inspire their own words and ideas, students can simply go to their good and faithful friend AI. They can go to AI Gemini, ChatGPT, or whatever other engine they use. They even have engines for math questions or science questions. Now, if the student is lazy, AI can simply write your whole research paper for you. But this leaves room for major errors and hallucinations. And in case you don't know what an AI hallucination is, the National Institute of Health has a great definition. AI hallucination is a phenomenon where AI generates a convincing, contextually coherent, but entirely fabricated response that is independent of the user's input or previous context. Instead, a smart student who understands AI can ask for sources, ask for those sources to be summarized, and then after changing up a few words, there you go, voila, you have cut a potentially 1 to 2 hour assignment in half. Now this is dangerous. Students have been using AI to do the brunt of the homework. But this negates the potential to learn resource bias and research credibility. Instead of making free-thinking humans who can do the research and come up with their own creative solutions and ideas, we're creating human robots who simply comply and regurgitate information. Now, a report by the University of Southern California actually backs me up a little bit. They say that most college students use artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT to get quick answers. And while the article remains optimistic about AI, and I think everyone should read articles like this and other articles to gain a fuller picture, I'm not going to force myself to be optimistic just because everyone says we can't avoid it anyways. Now, this isn't to say that AI is evil by any means, and we shouldn't just ban it altogether, but I also don't think it should be intermixed with the main subject courses. To be honest, I'd rather see it as an extension of computer class, that way students can interact and learn the pros and cons of using AI. So really this highlights a systematic error within standard homework itself. At least I believe that's what it highlights. If the majority of students really found homework to be valuable, useful, or even doable, they'd just do it normally. They wouldn't need to use AI because the work would be engaging, interactive, and important to their daily lives. And we'd be creating full-functioning adults who can critically think about opposing views and create their own views. Adults who can be self-sustaining, and more importantly, adults who can build a better future. The fact is, I think we've been failing our children long before AI has even become a thing, and become a prominent thing. And I think it's because of the format and expectations of the current system. Looking at the National Center of Education statistics, for example, you find staggering results. Out of advanced industrial economies, we are almost below average, coming in 34th place. As a superpower, we aren't top 5, top 10, or even top 20 in education. Why is that ranking so low? And I think it's because we're teaching compliance instead of curiosity. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys think a dedicated AI class would help? What changes would you guys make in the education system? And if you want me to do a deep dive into the complexities that is our education system, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This is Andrew.